Welcome to another episode of Dare to Dream with Pauline Mwarabu. Jambo Jambo. Today I want to talk about the status of my apple trees. For those ones who are new in this channel, recently I started documenting my life as a farmer. And one of the things that I've planted is Wambugu Apples. And I really want to appreciate all of you. The last video I did gave me very valuable advice. Some of you were able to identify that my plants been infected by fungals and needed a fungicide. Some of you even advised me on how many times that I needed to spray with the fungicide, which is very good. Sometimes when you are farming organically, it's never always that simple, like just to go to an agrochemist and buy this pesticide, buy that. And sometimes we really want to control the fungals or any other pests or diseases in an organic way. But all the same, I really appreciate. I also want to apologize. Most of you were concerned about my music was quite loud. I would say that the beginning of everything is never very perfect, but I appreciate the support, and so many of you subscribed. And since I'm doing this out of passion and also maybe inspire another farmer or somebody who wants to be a full-time farmer, and so my concern is just sharing the information. Sijasomea kilimo biashara. I've never gone to school to do farming, agriculture, or agribusiness, and so we are learning on the go. So today I want to talk about things that you should consider before jumping into this kind of farming. Maybe not just apple farming, but I think it is applicable to any other kind of farming. I made several mistakes as a first-time farmer. Of course, I come from a family of peasant farmers, but it was not really about agribusiness. It was more of growing food to eat. So basically, this is first time I'm trying agribusiness. And please don't go planting apples without watching this video. So I made many mistakes. My apple trees are about almost 9 months now, because we planted in mid-April 2024. And as many of you are aware, especially Kenyans, it was El Nino time. It was raining very heavily, and around that time I ordered for the seedlings, and the seedlings were delivered right in my farm, and I was excited. So it was raining badly, but I said, this is the best time to plant. After all, tutahitaji mvua. So as when we dug the hole, and the holes are deep, they were full of water. But me being me, I went ahead and planted. So check your weather first before you plant. I lost a few of the seedlings as a result of waterlogging. The other thing that you should not do, fund farming. We are all fund farmers. As I said, I'm not a full-time farmer, so I work. And because of that, when the holes were being done, when pitting was being done, I was not here. However, I gave instruction and I demonstrated and I left. The way the holes were dug, some of them we had to come back and do the rectification, yet you have already paid. And then we were paying per hole. So, they harass you, send money. But at least I didn't send money. I came to verify the number of holes. And then I found that the holes were less than what they were demanding. Come planting day again, fund farming. And as I said, it was raining heavily. So what we were doing, we would remove the water from the pit, fill the pits with the soil, and then halfway, and then plant, and then heap. Heaping would ensure that there is no damming of the water. The water does not correct near the holes or around the holes to avoid water logging. So I have this one person, hata sijui ni nani, Mungu anamuona. This guy was doing the heaping, and then he would place the seedling on top of the heap and cover with some little soil. So after it stopped raining, and later on when the soil became loose, what happened? My plants, all the roots were outside, they were not well rooted, they were not well planted, and it took time for the heap of soil to settle. So it was after 2 months or so, I was realizing that some of the seedlings were not well grounded. Now the pain of uprooting and replanting, so I was indecisive, and that is one thing that you should not be. Make your decisions. If there is a mess, correct that mess immediately. Make that decision. So for me, I was feeling loss of money. I paid people to do the pitting. I paid people to do the planting, and I'm like, whew, no way, I cannot replant them. In the process, I think I did rectify 2 or 3 plants that were badly done, but as you can see, the whole of this line, the plants have not. So the other mitigation I did is to just come and heap nicely, do a good heap, so that the plants look grounded. Now it's 6, almost 7 months. I'm regretting why I did not replant them, because even the mitigation that we did, it is not working, as you can see. Those plants that were planted on top of the soil, I would say on top of the soil, they're the ones that are, fighting this fungal disease. They are not growing. Even when you manure, when you do all this, they're not doing well, because the roots are not absorbing what it should be absorbed. So don't be indecisive, by the way. Sometimes you want to prevent a small loss, you end up making a big. And so now, because it is raining again, I have made that decision of replanting. How painful it is. So please don't be like me. If you have a mentor, like I said, I'm planting Wambugu apple, and most of you know the Wambugu family and Wambugu apples. So they're like my mentor, because I call when there are issues, and they're kind enough to guide me through. But please do your own research, because maybe what is working in their farm may not work for you. So at the beginning, I was not doing my own research. Like if I have a small problem, I would call my mentor, send a video. Sometimes my mentor is busy, but they are very quite supportive, by the way. I won't complain. But what I'm saying, also do your own research, get to know how your plants are doing, and research. Look for other farmers who are doing what you're planting, and find out what they are going through, and visit other farms, see what they are going through, and also compare. The other thing is motivation speakers. This is not for you. Motivation speakers tell us that you start with what you have, where you are. If you want to farm apples, if you don't have manure, if you don't have water, if you don't have labor, forget about it. Hii hakuna story ya anza mahali ulipo. So for me, water has been an issue, and well, there's water in the locality, but I don't have my own water, so I purchase water, and I also harvest rainwater. But apple trees are guzzlers. They'll guzzle a lot of water. I had bought a few gourds, hoping that the manure will be enough, and you can imagine after every 3 months, you're manuring your plants, like between half a bucket to a full bucket of manure after every 3 months. My 6 goats cannot give me that, and my few birds. So please ensure that you have all that. Lastly, be psychologically prepared. Mahesabu zenye tunafanya, the kind of plans we do before we start farming, in our minds, in our head here, everything works here, but on the ground things are different. So psychologically be prepared. Like if you can see, maybe I can just get off. You can see that we are integrating the apples and also some yellow beans. My partner is doing the yellow beans, by the way. So for me, I was like, I just want my apples to just be apples, nothing else. But he said, no, we can't be irrigating just for the apples that have not started even fruiting. So psychologically be prepared. You don't know, be flexible, and see how things turn up. So right now my apples are doing very well. I just want to show you a few, and thank you so much for listening. I'll be able to show you some of the plants, how they are doing. By the way, it's overcast, that's why the video is not very clear. It's almost raining, so you can see the skies are dark. Yeah,